What's up guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm gonna be making a chicken bacon ranch sourdough pizza. So let's get started. So like I mentioned, we are going to make the ranch by scratch. So first things first, here are all the ingredients that you're gonna need to make this happen. So we got a bowl here. I got a whisk here. This is like a little what do you call these things? Like, it's just like a scooper thing to scoop out the mayo and the sour cream. So we got mayo, 1/4 cup or 1/2 cup of mayo, 1/4 cup of sour cream. We're gonna do a little splash of milk. We're gonna also do just a little bit of lemon juice. And then here I got some of the spices that we're gonna need. So we got some dried dill weed. They said to use dried parsley, but I actually don't have dried parsley, so I have fresh parsley I'm going to use. We have some garlic powder, onion powder, pink salt, and pepper as well. So let's get started. So first things first, we are going to start out with the mayo. Like I mentioned, 1/2 cup of mayo into the bowl. Next, we're gonna add in the sour cream. That's 1/4 cup of sour cream. All right, that looks good. And we are gonna start with mixing these two together first. All right, once that's all mixed together, we are gonna add some of our spices here. So I'm gonna start out with a pinch of the dill and just kind of sprinkle it on. I don't have exact measurements. I kind of just like taste as I go and just kind of like ballpark it pretty much. So about 2 pinches of the dill so far. I'm gonna do a pinch of the fresh parsley into there. And then I'll do another pinch of that as well. Now we're gonna do some garlic powder. I'll do another one as well. And then a pinch of some onion powder on there. Pinch of salt. Second pinch of salt. Some black pepper. Right on. I'll do another pinch of black pepper in there. All right, so this is what the consistency is looking like so far. Now I'm going to add a splash of milk. I believe this splash of milk kind of helps to thicken the sauce a little bit, but not too much. All right, just a little drizzle in there. And you just kind of want to gauge it, play by ear, see the thickness, and just make sure it's comparable to what ranch dressing typically is. So, all right. After that, we are going to squeeze in a little bit of lemon juice in there. Okay. All right, so this is all mixed up. Now let's give it a little taste test. Oh wow, that's really good. Just a preference, I do use the chosen avocado mayo, so it does have a hint of vinegar to it, but overall tastes really good. I think I'm gonna go a little harder on the dill seasoning here and parsley to kind of give it that more flavor to it. But I think as far as like consistency, I think it's gotten, I think that was just the right amount of like milk and sour cream and mayo needed for it. Just gonna add a little bit more of a parsley flavor. And I think I want a little bit of that garlic powder as well to enhance garlic. I love garlic, so being able to enhance that flavor a little bit. All right, guys, so now it is all mixed together, and that is how you make some homemade ranch dressing. So now I'm going to transfer it over to this bottle right here. All right, guys, I've transferred the ranch into the bottle, and here is what it looks like. Look at that. Homemade ranch dressing. Delicious. So good. I'm gonna keep this in the fridge. You should keep it in the fridge for about 30 minutes before you're gonna use it. I'm gonna keep it in there for a little bit longer, and it can stay in there for up to 5 days. So there you go, homemade ranch dressing. Now let's move on to the pizza making. All right, next thing, guys, I have some chicken here that I cleaned up, and now we are gonna slice them up into pieces to use for our pizza. So to slice them up, we just have them laid flat, and I'm gonna kind of cut down and kind of thin it out a little bit. So you just gotta be really careful while you do this. I'm honestly not the best when it comes to this, but yeah, so literally just like thin slices like that. You could make probably around like 3 or 4 out of like one piece of chicken. So okay, just like that. And then I think one more should be good. Up. All right, so now we got 4 pieces of thinly sliced chicken, and now we're just kind of cut them up into little like cube-sized pieces here. Just little chunks. And then I'm just gonna plop them into the bowl. Alright guys, I have all the chicken all diced up, ready to go, and now it's time to season the chicken. So what I have here is some olive oil, some black pepper, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and smoked paprika and Italian seasoning. So I have that all mixed together, and now I'm going to add it to the chicken. I'm gonna get every little bit in there. And now I'm gonna just massage the chicken in. All right. and now I'm just going to wrap this up with some saran wrap and place it in the fridge for a good hour until I cook it. Alright guys, so while the chicken is marinated, I'm going to get started on the bacon. So, got my cast iron warming up here. I didn't put any oil because there's a lot of fat in the bacon itself. So we're just going to cook these up. And for these, I think because it is also going to go on the pizza, I'm not going to fully cook it up all the way. Like, because typically I like it when my bacon is like a little crispy, but for this one I'm actually not going to make it as crispy because I think it's going to cook up a little bit while it is baking in the oven with the pizza. So put a couple strips of bacon on there and yeah, got this thing going. Alright, so this is what the bacon is looking like. I'm gonna let this rest here, and then I'm gonna chop this up into little bacon pieces. Alright guys, so now we are gonna get started on the sauce. Originally, I was just going to use ranch as the sauce. However, now I'm actually gonna be creating a white sauce, and then once the pizza is finished cooking, I'm going to drizzle it with ranch to top it off. So to make this white sauce, we are going to start out with some butter. This is how much butter I'm going to use. This is about 4 tablespoons, and I'm going to melt the butter. Right now it's at like a low medium, and so the key is to not burn the butter. So just going to melt this down. I could even increase a little bit and just kind of mix it up so that the butter does not burn in the pan. So once the butter is melted, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of flour. And I'm going to whisk this for about 1 to 2 minutes, and I don't want it to get brown. Alright, so it's been about 1.5 minutes, and this is what the consistency should look like. You should see it's kind of like a bubbly formation there. And now I'm going to slowly add milk while whisking, and then stir it until it's smooth and again, it's also bubbly and also has a little bit more of a thicker consistency. As you could see, if you could see that, the consistency is getting significantly thicker. So want to mix that really well until it gets extra smooth. Alright, and I'm mixing in about a cup and 1 1/4 cup of milk, if I didn't mention that already. Alright, so now it's become a lot more smoother. And you could see the bubbles that are forming there. So just a little bit more. All right, that should be good. Next, I'm going to add in some salt. Some pepper. Just base it like that. So there's some pepper, and also just a little bit of some sea salt. Season it like that. And then, last but not least, I'm going to add in some minced garlic here that I minced earlier today. I'm gonna put some extra garlic because I love garlic. All right. And so now I'm going to whisk this all together. There we go. So now that is all mixed up. So now I'm going to add some cheese. For this recipe, typically you use mozzarella cheese. I'm sorry, you would typically use Parmesan cheese, but I only have mozzarella cheese. So I'm gonna slowly add that in and whisk it while I'm adding it in. For this one, I don't really measure. I kind of just add it in, and if it gets to the consistency that I want, then that's all good for me. I'm also gonna put my heat at low, all the way low. All right, that looks pretty good so far, so I'm gonna mix this really well. And when it comes to, because the cheese is not Parmesan, as you could see, it's a lot more stretchier and stringier. And that's what I was, that's what I expected it to be, honestly. But that's okay. That's just kind of what you do when you use a substitute, so all good. All right, that should be enough cheese. I don't want to put too much because I'm also still putting cheese on the actual pizza. So that's good to go. I'm gonna turn off my heat, and then I'm gonna just continue to keep mixing for another 30 seconds. All right, guys, so that is what the white sauce is looking like. Let's do a little taste test. Oh, wow. That is really good. All right, there we go. All right, guys, so now we are gonna get the, I got the marinated chicken here that has been sitting in the fridge for about an hour now, and now we're gonna cook it. I just have the same pot, I didn't even wash it yet, same pot that I cooked the bacon, because the oils from the bacon and the flavor, I'm gonna use it in the chicken as well. So go ahead and place this chicken on there. Alright, this is what the chicken is looking like. A few more minutes and it should be fully cooked. Obviously, I'm not going to use all of this chicken for the pizza, but I'm probably going to use it for like a meal prep for the week or something like that. Alright, so there we go. The chicken is all cooked, ready to go. So I'm going to just let this cool off, and then we'll get started on our pizza. Alright guys, now it is the time to make our pizza. So I got all the ingredients needed to make the chicken bacon ranch pizza. So we got some flour here, we got some cheese here, we got some bacon, I got the chicken that I cooked up earlier, we got some parsley for garnishing later. I did a last minute decision and I'm gonna add some red onions to this. And this is the ranch that we made earlier today. So let's get started. I have our dough here that has been sitting here for about an hour. If you guys have seen my sourdough pizza recipe, I will link that video below if you want to learn how to make sourdough pizza. So here's the dough, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some flour in it, and we are just gonna go ahead and make our pie. All right, so once we have our dough spread out, we're gonna take our cream sauce. I forgot to mention this, the cream sauce that I made earlier, and I'm going to spread it all over the dough. And you're not gonna need too much, just enough to kind of layer it out, just like that. All right, so once you have a thin layer on there, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of red onions. Just a little spread of that. And then we're gonna go ahead and smother it up with some cheese. Okay, just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and take our bacon here. We don't know if we're gonna use all the bacon, just enough to kind of get it spread around. You don't want your pizza to be too heavy. So got that. And then the chicken is what's gonna make it really heavy. So just put in a good handful slices of chicken there. All right, so that looks good. This is what it's looking like. Now we are gonna go ahead and put this in the oven right now. All right, so this is what the pizza is looking like in the oven. Kind of tore apart. As you could see, the dough is a little messed up, but it's all right. We're gonna work with it, and we're gonna leave it in there for, I'm gonna aim for 10 minutes, but we'll play it by ear. All right, guys, the pizza has been in the oven for about 10 minutes now, and at 500 degrees, and now we are gonna take it out. All right, that is what the pizza is looking like. Like I said, when I put it in, I kind of put it in a little too fast, and so that's what kind of damaged the shape of the pizza. But overall, still looks really good. First impressions, like, it literally looks like a chicken bacon ranch pizza. So now I'm gonna add a couple garnishes here of parsley to kind of like finish it off. The last most important piece that you're gonna need is some ranch. So I'm gonna go ahead and smother ranch all over this pizza. I would do like one more swoop, just like that. And there we have it, guys. Chicken bacon ranch pizza. I'm gonna let this cool off for about 10 minutes, and then we will do an official taste test. All right, guys, the chicken bacon ranch pizza is all cooled off now, and we are ready to do a taste test. So this is what the pizza is looking like. It's got a little lift, as you can see, because it's pretty heavy. They got all the meats in there. So let's give this a little taste test. Wow. No lie, guys, this is delicious. Eli, you want to try? Yeah. This man poured a whole Sprite and everything for his pizza.
Yeah, that's the best combination for pizza. Pizza and a soda.
All right, go ahead, take a bite.
See?
I know.
It's like carbonara on a pizza or something.
Carbonara on a pizza, because there is that white sauce. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. I mean, I love carbonara.
Well, more like Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, more like carbonara.
Okay, all right. Good?
This is so good.
So good.
I'm gonna get a sip of Sprite.
Guys, this is amazing. We're gonna go ahead and enjoy this pizza. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys have made chicken bacon ranch pizza before, let me know some tips and tricks that you did to make your pizza happen. So again, thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.